Okay, son, let's go to the park. Let's go. Let's go, little man. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's go. You okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, jump. Woo! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, hold my hand, hold my hand. Lock the car. Can't be losing the car. So. With autism, sometimes you can be like aggressive or have like tantrums and things. He doesn't. He's a really pleasant, happy, friendly child, affectionate child. So he's not aggressive or physical with other kids or anything. It sounds mad, but he's just a happy kid. He just kicks around and runs around the place. Okay, go, go, go. Come on, go to the park. It's okay, they'll come with us, it's okay. They'll come with us. People get scared about talking about it, or they kind of want to say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, but there's nothing to be sorry. It's just he's different to every other kid. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, go! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Yeah, they saw you, they got you, it's okay. The internal pressure for me is big. I have come here, I've moved my family here, I've gone off on a different career path than your standard in the UK. So my pressure is on, I want to be elite, I want to get to the highest level I possibly can. Then that is why I get up. The reason I get up in the morning is because I want to be elite and be better. I came here because I'd previously worked, besides at Newcastle, at a lot of clubs that maybe were always punching above their weight, were always trying to be bigger, trying to win games, trying to compete. Here we need to win. Here it's about winning. Here it's about success. It's about elite mentality. And I think people are always like, oh, do you feel the pressure and everything? I think it's a privilege. I think it's amazing. Because at other clubs I've been at, you didn't have that. So yeah, of course, pressure, but as long as my family and everything okay and everything's looked after, I believe that our work will get us through it. You're kind of never in one place. I haven't owned a house since I was young, so it's like you're always renting, you're always moving, but you get lucky where you find a good club, you find good people, you find a little bit of security because you have success, and then you can kind of stay in one place and become stable. And that's what we try and do. We try and like move somewhere and not be a person that when we get 2 days off, we fly home. We stay here. So like even in the summer break, my plan, we go to Disney with this little man to try and get him some fun for a few days, and then we go back to Belfast for a few days. But other than, I think for 2.5 weeks of the break, we'll be here. We did the same thing during the Christmas break. We only went home for 3 days, and everything else, we had Christmas in Prague, we had New Year's in Prague. So I just think you have to like put yourself into the local area and try and immerse yourself into the culture as much as you can. Do you know what I mean? It's been the best decision that I've made in my career because it is a big decision for people. Not so much maybe when I'm here, it looks less because everyone is international. Czech people leave all the time and go to different countries. It's a multicultural city. But UK coaches or Irish coaches don't generally go abroad. I knew nobody on the staff as well. I didn't know anyone. So Brian, I didn't know that well. I'd had a few conversations. Didn't know Lucas, didn't know Ian, head of performance, didn't know any of the staff. So it's a big move. I'd never been to Prague as well. So it's like big decisions. But settling in has been brilliant at the club. I've never had a club be so helpful. I went to other clubs and it's a case of welcome to the club. Just perform the job and do whatever you want outside of it. But here, they engage with the personality, they engage with the person. They find out what we need, what makes us happy, what the concerns are, and they help us settle. The biggest difficulty would be probably for my wife, because I come home one day and tell her, okay, we moved to Prague, or we moved to Scotland, or we moved. And I think that can be stressful because she thinks about, oh, where we're going to live, and is it going to be a nice house, is it going to be a nice area, is it a nice city? And now, obviously, the biggest consideration is this guy. So we're lucky here that we're in a major city because we might move somewhere else and they might not have the level of support for autism or thing. The school that we were lucky enough to find for him is better than what we had previously in the UK in terms of the facility for him. It's a lot more varied in terms of they go for a walk, they go out in nature, they're outside all day. He wouldn't be capable at the minute of sitting in a fixed classroom. It just wouldn't suit his needs. So it's been a real positive of moving away, which has been amazing. The biggest issue, obviously, he isn't speaking yet is one issue, but the bigger issue is his understanding of danger. He understands, so you saw him climb, he understands climbing and falling because he's fell, but he doesn't understand like the road or what could happen on the road and things like that. So, but he's amazing. He's a special boy. Like everyone he has, every school teacher, every person who's around him loves him because he's affectionate and he's so friendly. And his autism is just what makes him different. But me or you are different, we're all different. So it's just degrees of what you consider differences, do you know what I mean? No, he's great. He's been brilliant so far. He's 10 weeks now. And obviously my wife takes the brunt of night feeds and all that kind of stuff because I have work. But it's been brilliant, but it is a lot more when you have two. And obviously the little man has his considerations with autism as well. So sometimes it's like I'm man marking him and then she has the baby. But it's great, it's brilliant. It was a blessing. We didn't think, when I moved to Prague, we didn't know she was pregnant. So he's definitely the first daddy who's ever been Czech in O'Carroll. So we're dreaming of like being in 2 generations time our son plays for Czech Republic. Isn't that right, son? No more Ireland. So at half-time in the Dukla game, I left and she had the baby like 35 minutes after the game. So she was in labour and we were beating Dukla. We made it, so it was okay. It was all right. But it's nice. So hopefully as they grow up, they'll look after each other, and then depending on how this lad develops, he can be up and about and look after him as an older brother, which would be nice. Of course, if someone said to you in the morning, you're the head coach, there's a different pressure to when you speak as the assistant, because you speak in a different way and you maybe have a different responsibility level. But that's something I've done at a lower level already. I was assistant at Morecambe in League One and we played in the FA Cup against Tottenham. I actually gave my manager COVID, so he missed the game. So I had the whole team talk, the whole experience at Tottenham Stadium, which was amazing, which is a big experience for me. But it's not something that, strangely, it's not something that scares me. I would have been a lot more nervous as a footballer than I am now as a coach. But I would probably say this is more where my skill set lies, in this side of football, than it was in playing. So I think it is healthy to think about some key themes you want to speak about. And then probably the skill then of experience that people get is that they're able to bring it to a crescendo, to bring it to a point of inspiration rather than just information. And that might be 5%, it might be nothing, but that's your job on the day. And if you don't do that, then you might think, well, I messed up the team talk, you know what I mean? Get you up here. I put you on my shoulders for a few minutes so we can keep moving. There we go. I think, Brian, we're not very similar in our personalities, but I do see a lot of similarities in how I would like to be as a head coach, more so than the head coaches I've worked for previously. You going down? Go. More so than the head coaches I've worked for previously, he's probably more my style of head coach, because he's close to the players, but also still has a bite where he can still make them jump a little bit, you know what I mean? And I think that's the balance that you have to have in the modern game, because shouting at people in any walk of life is only going to get so far. You have to also care, and I think he does. And I think that's why players play for him. You're going to be hungry when you get home? Yeah? This would be a good time to start chatting, huh? Imagine it was on camera. Imagine you said something like, go Sparta or something on camera. First words, we'd make the national newspaper, son, come on. I think every game, when you watch it as a coach, you don't watch it as a fan. You think, oh, how are they doing this tactically, or that's really good, or that's really interesting. So it's funny, I was looking at English football and I saw like Cardiff do something. And Cardiff manager used to be at Man City, who worked for Pep. They were really interesting, so I sent it to Lucas. Lucas sent me Bologna or Como or something like that. And we just see things and we like it and we discuss, okay, that's interesting. Could we do it? Maybe not. Could we do something different? The international football is invaluable for me as well, because I see so many more nations and how they do certain things. And I can then come back and say to Brian, say to Lucas and say, oh, I saw this was really good, how they set up. And so, yeah, it's an obsession. Football, when you coach or try and manage, it takes over your life. I don't really have too many hobbies besides the kids and football, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? I'm allergic to the gym. Unfortunately, I wish I wasn't, but I am. I did used to go to the gym, and I used to do like classes and boxing and things, but I'm allergic to the gym. But I love running. I find running really relaxing, which is strange to say, but I find it really good for your head, really therapeutic for your mind. I know it's recommended for mental health and everything, but I can see why, because when I run, I'm completely free. I just process my thoughts. I think about games, I think about teams, I think about team talks, and I think about nothing as well sometimes, which is great. But I love running. You see the park we're in today, I've run around there countless times, actually in the dark sometimes as well, and it's just quite nice. But yeah, that's probably the only hobby I have at the minute outside of that, but I wish I was good at the gym, but I'm not. I'm terrible. So I've done a couple of marathons in my life. I did that one for autism, but I did a previous one for suicide awareness and things. I've just tried to raise money and things. I would love to have got under three and a half, but I'll use excuses. There was wind and there was rain and things like that. But no, I don't compete, but I want to try and do it as good as I can, as quick as I can. And it was, I think when you have a motivation behind raising money, that helps you stay committed to doing it rather than just giving up. I was a very different character as a player. I was petulant and a little bit like blame game, and it was everyone else's fault and stuff. But I also struggled for confidence. And anyone who knows me would say, oh no, he's a really confident guy, he's happy-go-lucky, he'll speak to everybody. And I am confident as a coach, but I wasn't as a player. So the two were almost alter egos in that way, where I was one quite bitchy and quite lazy in a way as a footballer, while now I just think, I don't believe if I'm determined and work hard that anyone can stop me doing what I would love to do, which is why I'm probably more suited to my later career. I took 20, 30 years to get to where I needed to be, and now I skip into work every day. There's never a bad day at work. There's never a bad day for the job. I'm blessed to do what I do. It's funny, I retired from playing at 29, but I had no injuries. I had no bad injuries. I was fine. I was perfectly fit. I was still playing, but I got my A license at 29. And at 24, I knew it would take me that long to get it, to get my degree, to get experience. And I said, okay, at 24, I said, I'll resign at 29. And it's 10 years ago next week. And I did it, so I wanted to achieve more than I did in my playing career. I didn't maximize my playing career, so I wanted to maximize my next career. And so far, it's going okay. A weak head coach surrounds himself with people that aren't very good, or aren't very experienced, or aren't very vocal. A very strong head coach thinks to himself, as any leader in an organization thinks, I want the best people around me. I want my assistant to be able to do my job. I want both of my assistants to be able to do my job. I want them to be better at certain things than me, because then generally the level rises. I think it's an insecurity if you want to be the best guy in the room. You don't. You want to be really good and you want to strive to be the best guy in the room, but you want elite performers around you in their field pushing you to be even better. And Brian gives us the freedom to do that, the responsibility to do that, but also there's accountability. If you don't do your job, he'll tell you. He's not scared to tell the players, he's not scared to tell the staff. And I like that. It's clear, it's focused, it gives me autonomy in my work, I enjoy it, but also I have to deliver.